Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And welcome. So I'm speaking to Mr. Yaw Adu Gyamfi, Chairman, Ghana Hubs Network.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, so after a successful event, I just want to find out, from your perspective, leading Innovations Hub, what role do startups and tech-enabled solutions play in strengthening agricultural value chain?
Right. Thank you very much. So for members of the Ghana Hubs Network, 80 accelerators, incubators, maker spaces, digital skills building centers, agribusiness hubs across the country, they play a key role in the demand side of the value chain financing and the agribusiness value chain, for instance. So key amongst them is firstly on support for seed and pre-seed entrepreneurs. So when people conceive an idea, market-oriented innovations that people have, especially for young people, whether they want to go into agribusiness or they want to go into other focus areas. But for the purpose of this program is agribusiness. Hubs provide that mentoring, provide skills building, provide mentorship, provide access to an incubator or an accelerator. So the incubator sort of shapes that idea for them and provides the needed skills and provides that ambience, sometimes also co-working spaces, so that the team that is working together on an idea, on an agribusiness idea, for instance, will be able to have a place where they go, have access to internet, have access to mentors, have access to other support services that helps them to be able to build the idea further. Then they move into an accelerator. An accelerator will then make them investment ready in terms of building on the market-oriented innovation, agribusiness innovation further. It could be a technology that is being introduced in agribusiness. It could be that production. They are working around production, but they are working towards integrating innovations in seed, in the application of seed, in the nature of seed that they are able to you leverage as part of the production. More importantly, also in the innovations around the production itself, leveraging key data, leveraging key innovations, leveraging machinery. And so within the agribusiness value chain, hubs play that role from pre-seed, seed to acceleration. But more importantly, they don't leave it there when you are investment ready. For instance, GB Africa, GB Hub Africa has identified that value chain. Presently, there are a lot of fragmentation in the value chain in terms of the financing, the nature of financing. A lot of us have been talking about blended finance in terms of equity, credit, debt, blended together, and a bit of grant as well, blended together, because along the value chain, there are a couple of things that, for instance, that if the entrepreneurs are at the seed level, they will need grant to be able to support them to build on that idea, to build on the market-oriented innovation idea, to get to the point where they become investment ready. That we can be thinking about whether to give them a loan or give them a credit or give them equity in their business. So you needed to be able to address the fragmentation in the process. And also the most important thing with regards to even access to state agencies that provide licensing and also provide standardization. So for FDA, especially for the food systems, access to the FDA over here, speaking to a lot of the startups, they are re-echoing what is already there, that access to key institutions within the ecosystem is a difficulty. And so what the network is doing is building across the regions, helping our members to be able to build key relationships with government institutions like the FDA, so that the startups and the agripreneurs and innovators who are under incubation or acceleration will be able to get access to these state institutions to provide them key access to standardization, to licenses that will enable them to be able to open up a better market for them. Because they might have an idea, they may have a proven idea, investable idea, but without the markets, will be difficult. And that's why I think what the GB Hub Africa is trying to do,
Yeah.
close the gaps. However, these key institutions are the sort of the panacea to you getting the market, because
Yeah.
if you don't have the licenses,
Yeah.
you don't have the standards, it becomes a problem.
Okay.
And so this is an opportunity to even work with GB Hub Africa across the region, because Nelson, who is the executive director, is a foundational member of Ghana Hubs Network.
Oh, okay.
He's a key expert within our ecosystem. And so there's an opportunity to build collaborations with his colleagues across the country, who are also providing support, building support systems for the value chain across the country, and say, hey, this is how we are trying to build, this is how we are trying to close the gap. And so let's work together as an opportunity to be able to provide more demand side access, so that we can be able to incubate and accelerate more effectively the startups and the agribusinesses that are under incubation or under acceleration, so that then GB Hub will be able to support them more effectively, because they have objectives, they have a pipeline, and they have a thesis that they are working on. So these theses could be engaged on with the hubs across the country for them to understand, and then provide the necessary support as needed.
Okay, so from where you sit, what is the greatest barrier for entrepreneurs in the agribusiness value chain?
I would say a couple of them. One has to do with access to market and traceability issues. You know that sometimes there are issues of traceability in regards to some of our key commodities. So, for instance, there are entrepreneurs working in the cocoa value chain. There are entrepreneurs working in the oil palm value chain. And sometimes oil palm on the international market has issues. And so being able to trace and know if there's an issue on the value chain in the production of palm oil. The entrepreneurs that are working in the sector, they've sent their products to, say, the UK, and they've realized that there are issues with it. We don't have, at the moment, a very viable system that helps us to trace and know which aspects of the value chain of the oil palm that has issues that needs to be addressed. And so that is a very important area for collaboration to address, and more importantly also on farmer data, to be able to digitize farmer data and ensure that this data is made available and can be analyzed, leveraging key emerging technologies to be able to analyze it and understand the ecosystem more importantly across the regions, knowing very well that across different regions the issues that the ecosystem players face are different, and so we'll be able to understand that. But another issue that I want to raise is climate change issues, climate change issues, especially in the transition zones, the north and the transition zones coming towards the middle belt, and even the parts of the southern belt as well. Climate change is a big issue, and so working with hubs, being able to hack solutions around leveraging AI to better understand issues around climate, and to support the farmers very well with information that they will be able to leverage, when to plant, when not to plant, when to do certain production related activities, and all of that. It's very important that we're able to leverage emerging technology to help us do that. So marketing, leveraging technology, helping in production, and also understanding the value chain properly, traceability and digitizing farmer data. These are very key issues that I think if we're able to work on with GB Hub across the country, we're able to help the ecosystem.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.